In today's session, I'm going to take you through some exercises using a resistance loop that you can try to really get your glutes working hard. So we're going to start off with some standing up exercises, and we're going to put our loop on just below our knees. So step into your loop, bring it up just below your knees, and then we're going to start off by taking our feet just a little bit wider than our hips, and then you're going to turn your toes so they're turned outwards. In this position, just try a little bit of pelvic tilting. Find a neutral spine, think about drawing into that belly button, get that core engaging. Then from here, we're going to try doing some sumo squats. So we're going to breathe in as we squat down, and we're going to breathe out as we push up. So think about pushing your knees out nice and wide into your band as you're squatting, squeezing through those glutes each time you straighten. Breathing in as you squat, breathe out as you push up. If you want to, you can take your hands behind your head, squeeze your elbows back. So you're working through your core, working through your back a little bit more as you're still working through those glutes, through those thighs, as we're squatting and pushing our knees out against our resistance band. As we keep timing it with our breathing, try and keep that chest nice and open. Squeeze those elbows back if your hands are behind your head. Well done, let's go for 3 more here. Well done. When you've done those last few, let's bring our arms down, set those feet in to about hip width apart, give your legs a little shake through. For our next one, we're going to try holding a squat, and we're going to try doing some side steps, again, to really get those hips working hard. So let's come down into our squat. We're going to hold this position, and then we're going to do a little step over to one side. We're going to step back again. Stepping over to one side, and then stepping back again. You can fold your hands onto your shoulders here if you want to. We're going to try a few more in each direction. Try and stay nice and deep into that squat. Keeping your breathing nice and steady as you're moving from side to side. Let's go for 1 more. And then let's stand up out of our squat, relax those arms down, give your arms and legs a little shake through. I'm going to try 1 more set like that, just to get our legs working a little bit harder again. So when you're ready, let's come back down into that squat. Again, you can keep your hands in front, or cross them onto your shoulders. So you can sink down a little bit deeper here, and then stepping out, and then stepping back the other way. So little steps side to side, keeping that tension on your band the whole time. Watch those knees don't start to come together. Think about pushing those knees out wide against your band as you're stepping side to side. We're going to go 2 more in each direction. Try and stay down in that squat. Try not to come out of it. 1 more. And then we'll come up from there, relax your arms down, give your arms and legs a little shake through. Excellent, well done. For our next one, we're going to come down onto the floor. So we're going to keep our band where it is. We're going to roll down from here, nice and smoothly, and then we're going to crouch down. We're going to walk ourselves out. So we're down on our hands and knees on our mat. Let's take our knees underneath our hips. Then we're going to come down onto our elbows. So take your elbows underneath your shoulders. Our shoulders are down, away from our ears. Try and find that neutral spine position with your lower back. Draw into your core, get those abs engaging. Then you're going to take one leg, you're going to slide it back behind you. You might find your band just rolls up to just above your knee here. Okay, your other leg should hold your band nice and still. And then we're going to lift and lower our leg here. So breathing out as you lift up, breathe in as you lower down. Try and keep that pelvis level, squeeze those glutes as you take your leg up and down. That's it, time it with your breathing. We're trying to keep our weight as equal as we can between our left and right arms, so try not to lean too far over to one side as you're taking your leg up and down here. Our core is engaged to keep our back neutral as we take our leg up and down here. That's it, really squeezing through that hip. We're going to go for 4 more, so 4, 3, 2, and last one. And then you're going to slide that leg back in. Just keep that band just below your knee on the side you're stabilizing with. Then take your other leg back. And then we're going to go up and down with the other leg here. Again, breathing out as you lift up, breathe in as you lower. Keeping the back neutral, drawing into our abs so that our back stays steady, shoulders are strong. Just watching you're keeping that length through the back of your neck as you're moving here as well. Really squeezing through those glutes as you're moving, reaching and stretching those toes away from you. That's it, breathing out as we lift up. Breathe in as you lower down. And we'll go for 3 more here. So 3, 2, and last 1. And then sliding that leg in, just take a little stretch out, sit back onto your heels, stretch your hands away. Take a few breaths here. Then we're going to come back up onto our hands and knees for our next one. Knees under hips and hands under shoulders here. Just checking that band is still just below our knees. We're going to have our shoulders back and down, back in that neutral position, drawing in through those abs. So belly button is drawn up and in towards your spine. So our core is active at the same time as working through our hips. Then we're going to tuck our toes under. You're going to take a breath in to prepare. As we breathe out, we're going to hover our knees away from the floor. Then we're going to do a little step out to one side with one foot, bring it back, stepping our other foot out to the side, bring it back, then take those knees down. Okay, so a little hover up, holding it there, step one foot out and back, step your other foot out and back, and then taking those knees down. If you want to make it harder, you can try and stay up for a little bit longer. So this time, let's see if we can do 2 on each side. So alternating sides, that's 1 on each side. Let's go again. 2 on each side, and then taking those knees down. Let's even go for 3 more reps where we do 2 taps on each side. So keep those knees hovered, try not to let them come too high. So just a little hover from the floor, keeping nice and long through your spine. Strong through those shoulders. We'll go for 2 more reps here. So hovering, let's step out and back in. Step out and back in, and let's go again. Lovely, well done. And we've got 1 more rep to go here. So last time, let's hover, work that core, squeeze those glutes as you push your toes, your feet out to the side. When you've done those last couple of reps, untucking those toes, sitting back onto your heels, stretch your hands away, relax your head down. Coming into our shell stretch again for a little breather. And then we'll come up from here and we're going to take a turn onto our sides next. So let's take a turn over, bring your band up. So it's just above your knees this time. And then onto our sides, we're going to take our underneath arm up. We've got a little pillow. Just put it between your ear and your shoulder. Taking a little bend through your hips and knees. Top hand on our hip. We're going to push our top hip away. Lengthen through our body, draw into our core. Heels are squeezed and we're going to rotate our hip. Working those glutes as we rotate our hip, doing our clam. For this one, you're going to breathe out as you lift your knee up. Breathe in as you lower down. And on this one, try and use your hand as a bit of feedback, just to make sure as you lift your knee, just giving yourself that feedback that you're not rolling back through your pelvis. Your hips are staying pointing straight forwards as you rotate at your hip joint. Should start to feel it working through the side of your hip here. Really working into those glutes. Well done. Let's see if we can go for 4 more here. So 2 more. And last one. Relaxing down. Give that hip a bit of a tap or rub. Let's straighten let's take our band down to around our ankles, and then we're going to straighten our legs out. So band is around our ankles this time. Legs are out straight. We're going to do another one on our side. We're going to do our lift and lower. So we're long through our body. Again, core is engaged. And we're going to take that top leg up and down here. Breathe out as you lift up. Breathe in as you lower down. Think about stretching and lengthening your leg away as you take it up and down. And be mindful as you lift and lower your leg that the side of your waist doesn't squash down into the floor. Keep long through that body. Keep those abs working. Just steady yourself. Keep that length through your trunk and isolate the movement and the work to your glutes here. Let it try and keep it nice and smooth as you work against your band. And we'll go for 4 more. So 4, 3, 2, and last one. And then relaxing down, give that hip a bit of a tap or rub. Well done. Okay, let's take a turn over onto the other side. And we're going to repeat those same 2 exercises again, working through the other side. So just making sure we've evened those hips out. So band comes back up to just above our knees. Having a turn over, and then take the underneath arm back up again, pillow between your ear and shoulder if you've got one, or you can just bend your elbow and use your arm to support your head like that. So a little bend through our hips and knees, top hand on our hip, push that top hip away, long through our body, draw in through those abs, heels are squeezed and we're rotating at our hip. So try not to just let your toes touch together, try and keep your heels squeezed as well as you're moving. Pelvis is staying steady. Be mindful that top shoulder isn't creeping up to our ear. Try and keep it back and down. We're keeping nice and long through our spine as we're moving on this one, squeezing through the side of our hip, working our hip rotator muscles. That's it, stabilizing the rest of our body by engaging our core. Breathing out as we lift up, breathe in as you lower. Good, well done. Last 3. And next one's our last one. Relaxing down from there, give your hip a bit of a tap or rub there. Well done. Then taking that band down to round your ankles and straightening your legs out. Once we're there, so we're straight all the way through our body, top hand is back up on our hip again. Again, we're long through our trunk, actually through our center, and then up and down with that top leg. Think about stretching and lengthening your leg away from you, point those toes away as we're taking that leg up and down. You might find that you're a bit more wobbly on one side than the other, but try and use your core to steady yourself. If you're really wobbly here, you can take your hand in front of you for a bit of extra balance. Try and keep it nice and smooth. Lovely, well done. That's it, control it on the way down as well as on the way up. Again, being mindful our waist isn't squashing down into the floor as we're moving. And last 2 reps here, really squeezing through that hip. Nice, well done. When you've done those last couple, relax that leg down, give that hip a bit of a tap or rub again there. Excellent. Let's take our band off, and then we'll take a turn over onto our backs and just take a little bit of a stretch through here then. Just giving those hips a stretch out as we've worked them hard. So let's just start off with a few knee rolls. So rocking your knees side to side. Just giving your hips and your back a stretch out as you rock with those knees. And then let's take our knees back into the middle and then going into a glute stretch. So take one foot and cross it over the opposite knee. And then you can push your knee away with your hand, or you can lift your underneath leg up, reach your hands through and hold behind your underneath knee and hold it there. And that will give you a stronger stretch. Try and keep long through your spine and keep your head relaxed back to your mat as you hold the stretch here. Then take that leg down, uncross your foot, cross the other one over, and again, either push your knee away or lift your underneath leg up, reach your hands through and hold behind your underneath knee. Again, keeping your head relaxed back as you hold the stretch. And then slowly lowering that leg down, uncrossing your foot. And then if you take a turn onto your side and then take a slow sit up from there, when you feel ready to, come and have a sit round. And then you're all done with today's session. So hopefully you found working your hips with your resistance band gave you a bit more work through those glutes. Hopefully you can feel like they've worked hard today and feel the benefit of the session. And I look forward to seeing you for another session very soon.